Britain allies imperialist, Australian imperial loyalists. Oh, don't leave Arnhem unguarded. They'll start calling it Arnheim. Bloom Violet's proposal. There's another 100,000 manpower. Glorious. And let's expand the citizenship for the extra 3%. It is intolerable for a republic that some of the people living in a territory would not be allowed to become citizens. Yet this is the state of affairs that have been allowed to persist in our own. We must rectify this at once. Oh yeah, all of my puppets are going to be able to lend Lisa stuff as well. Awesome. Alright, Köln's going to fall soon. Huzzah! The 94th Min coming in with a 21-month resubscription. Thank you very much for the 94th Min. Very much appreciate that. Just 3 more months and then you get the orange wings. Köln has fallen. And I want to say, take this. Actually, let's cancel that line. Some of you need to attack that way. Some of you need to attack that way. Oh, some of the purples were selected. My bad. Easily fixed. They are doing a fair amount of damage to my destroyer fleets. Thankfully, I am building more. French East Indies have cancelled. That's okay. We'll let you keep training. Oh, no. I don't want you going across the river.
Visez bien. Pareil.
Germany has been called in against them. So you declared war on Greece. Just expanding the scope of this war because why not? 1941. Let's get the modern tank. Oh, we don't need to. We can go across. Oh, we don't have these yet. Oops. Italy lays claim to the Greek territory. The other thing which is possible is that we should have a couple of unassigned divisions. There we go. Let's make you a new army. And your job is just going to be generically stealing Spain stuff over here. Don't care how you do it. Good luck. Shouldn't be very much for you to fight. Romania's joined the Central Powers. We're about to take this province, at which point we should be in a pretty good defensive spot. French East Indies just became a thingy puppet. Okay, then I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab the tanks and I'm going to say just guard this front line. I will say that I want you to eventually push up to this river, but that is something for a year or two, probably. 1941, I still need that. Okay, good. Is there any chance of you doing a ship design tutorial for Man the Guns? I found the naval tutorial very helpful, but it didn't go into ship design, so I'm still intimidated. I've always been reluctant to do unit templates and ship designs because I think that people should be experimenting for those for themselves. Most of it is pretty self-explanatory, like light guns shoot light targets, medium guns shoot medium targets, big guns shoot big targets. Then the exact ratios that you choose to use is really personal preference.
Pareil.
Do you have infantry leader yet? Don't.
Pareil.
Disappointed! Still working on that. Still already got that. And then Illyry doesn't have anything. Alright then. I've always avoided experimenting with templates. I've always stuck to 7.2. Why? Experiment. Have fun. Oh, they got across.
Attention.
Let's stop them.
Écoutez.
You guys are faster. Punch them back. That's across here as well. These German dudes seem to know how to fight.
Écoutez. Pareil.
Let's move some more of you to the top line.
Pareil.
It's a much thinner line and does not have forts.
Gardez vos rangs.
Still very short on tungsten. How are we doing for AT? I mean, we have a few. Can we start adding AT to the infantry divisions? And we'll still be super short, but it's a start. And we still have lots of army experience. It's only really infantry equipment that we're short on. So, can I maybe add, I don't know, medium tanks to these? Would that help? I mean, yeah, it would help big time, actually. Interesting. And also field hospitals, like everything needs field hospitals. Do it. Do you have field hospitals? You do. Do the armor divisions have field hospitals? They do not. They need them. And also probably either support artillery or motorized artillery. So that should help with manpower losses.
Visez bien.
Looks like we are just failing to take Cologne back. Painful. Painful. Hey, Katie. Personally stick with 7.2 myself. I don't know how to interpret the statistics. That is a fair point. That type of thing probably would be tutorial material, possibly. I mean, the next tutorial I'll probably do would be espionage and resistance, just because they're new topics. But I can give you a quick overview if that helps. So, maximum speed is fairly self-explanatory. It's how fast you are. Your maximum speed will always be the slowest, or the speed of the slowest unit in your army. So if you have a light tank and an infantry, you will move at the speed of your infantry. Hit points, I think, is generally how much strength your unit has, so how much of a beating it can take before it's destroyed. Honestly, hit points don't seem to make that much of a difference for divisions. It makes more of a difference for ships, which is just how tough the ship is. Organization is basically the hit points you need to worry about. Hey, Shenrir! Thank you very much for the raid. Welcome. Hello, hello, hello. Unfortunately, my France game is going a lot worse than your France game. We'll get back to the stats in a minute, guys. Hello, hello, hello. So yes, we are now finally at war with Germany. So the premise here... Actually, I'll give you a moment or two to arrive. I know it can take a second to switch over. Well, I know of us. All your caffeine now belong to us. How's the Navy doing? Still sinking stuff, I hope. And also, how are the casualties doing? We've lost 63,000. Germany's lost 145. That is okay. Much better than the first time around. Still can't believe how badly that went. It was embarrassing. So, right, what is happening here? Well, this is the Game of Thrones, as I've called it, which is basically every single monarchist nation which can arise as a monarchist nation is a monarchist nation. So we have the French Empire, we have absolutist Great Britain, led by Edward. This is the King's Party, Great Britain. We have the Kaiserreich in Germany. We have Austria-Hungary. We have the Kingdom of Romania. We have... technically the Kingdom of Yugoslavia, though I think actually they are... don't know. Yep, they're still the king, or prince. Poland is just Poland. I don't think you can actually tweak them. Who else do we have? We have Manchukuo, which is the Chinese Empire. It's actually Manchukuo. Japanese Empire. We had the Kingdom of the Netherlands, but they fell to a greater cause. So yeah, I've basically just tried to split out every single nation that could possibly be monarchist and just make them go monarchist. So I did a lot of tweaking of the starting conditions. I myself am playing as Emperor Napoleon VI, as I know Shen was as well. It is now 1941. This is the first major war that we've really been in. Taking down Belgium and taking down the Netherlands was not that big a deal. Still fighting against the Germans. I still have Victors of the Great War, which means I have no military doctrines in 1941. So that's causing us a few problems. We do, however, have an enormous industry. We are basically the America of Europe. We have almost 300 factories already. Germany is lagging behind us with 230. The bulk of my factories are civilians. We have 160 civilians, so we are just mass-producing factories. It's really quite impressive just how much we can do and how quickly. And in fact, we can do even more. And we should. We also have, as you can see, 100% infrastructure throughout the entirety of France. So we also develop our infrastructure very, very quickly. So yeah, we are currently in the process of mobilizing effectively. Yeah, go for it, Chibi. Sandman and Yodel Bayer, thank you very much for the follows. Welcome to the channel. Good to see you here. I haven't seen Shen's France game lately. The last thing I saw of Shen's France was when he was trying to rejoin Canada for probably the upteenth time, when it seemed like it was crashing, but it didn't. Although that was 2 hours ago now. Dungok and Hawkeyes, thank you very much for the follows. Welcome to the channel. That is true, we do also have the Emu Empire. So all of the dominions split away, and centrist Australia is currently fighting against the Emu Empire, which unfortunately changed their name to Imperialist. Here we go. Imperialist Australia. Well, actually, Imperialist Australia seems to be losing to centrist. And the New Zealand Civil War seems to be ongoing. Did we ever go after the Spanish here? Doesn't look like that ever happened. Let's see if we can... It's because we're still not at war with Spain. Right.
Écoutez.
Okay then. Spain's having, or had an uprising. Oh dear, they had an uprising. They defeated them. Spread out again, quickly! This pilot promoted, very nice. There are still a bunch of naval battles going on against the Germans, who are actually trying to wrestle control of the seas. And despite the fact that we probably severely outnumber the Germans here on the front line, their armies kick our ass. Like, every time there's a battle, we're just like here. Though that is a little bit of a salient. I have a feeling we're going to lose the Netherlands. I don't think there's really any opportunity for us to retake it. At least not while we have no doctrines. So at the moment we're working on expanding the citizenship so we can get some more manpower. As you may notice, it's a little bit low. And then we'll probably encourage immigration, which will increase our recruitment our recruitment factor by 25, which will give us a bunch more manpower, and also allow us to start changing manpower laws, which right now we can't. And then we're going to go back to defensive focus, work down firepower, and then get to army reform. And I'm so glad that you guys pointed out that you can't get army reform through infantry tanks line. I would have been very angry. Falcon Abiga and Freudlicher Kill, thank you very much for the follows. Welcome to the channel. Okay, submarines are still catching stuff over there. I think I might spread the subs out just a tiny bit more. Put you up here too. We do seem to have a pretty good boycott going on against the Germans. They continue to just ruthlessly push us back. As I said, there isn't a huge amount we can do about it. I'm gonna go ahead and close you, so you stop popping up with annoying pop-ups. Right, what are the spies doing? We have got a decent amount of intel. I think I want to start trying to infiltrate. Oh, God. Alright. Hang on. Yeah, that is a viewbot. So I have just switched things to follower only chat. I am sorry for everyone else, but this is how you beat viewbots, unfortunately. So there you go. Thankfully, I've been hit by that before. Well, not thankfully, but I've been hit by that before. Years ago. I haven't had a bot for a long time, actually. And someone in chat suggested follower only chat, and it works really well. Those dastardly Germans trying to sabotage our commune. Commune? Empire! Well, now we're sinking Romanian transports. Oh. That's a point. Romania is going to be able to be a source of imports. So we're going to have to go ahead and do something about that as well. I would like you to go convoy raiding here and here. I just realised something. So you know that my previous complaint was about aircraft and how you can fly from, say, Benelux and then just teleport to the southern England, ignoring the English Channel. Well, clearly this engine does have the ability to do that because that's how convoys work. Convoys map out which route they're taking. Use the same system for planes. Because I can intercept a convoy trying to go from Arabia to France because I can put submarines in here. Oh, moderator woke up. Bjorn, Nagand, and Eggdusk, thank you very much for the follows. Welcome to the channel. I can recommend the Empire of Portugal in the future. If you can manage to unify Brazil instead of fighting them, you quickly become very powerful. Yeah, I was watching a little bit of Shen playing Portugal. I have a feeling they'd have the same problem that Carlist Spain has, and potentially Napoleon, is you need to basically not play on historical. Though Brazil don't tend to join a big faction, so yeah, I guess it would be better. Provisional Government of the Netherlands. Yes, absolutely. Collaboration list over here. Cool. So the Netherlands is now actually collaborating with us, which is rather good. That does also mean that I don't need to worry about their resistance anymore. Belgium, however, I do. Ouch. We'll stick with secret police. See how that affects things. Okay. One thing I do need to be careful of is that we don't get cut off. Whoa, okay. And we're... What happened to my front lines? Guys. Did you just fall asleep or something? No. Wrong. Naughty. Bad. Is Wilhelmina in charge of the new regime? That's a good question. Willem Schemmerhorn is in charge of the French Netherlands. They're doing Oranje Boven, though. The original Dutch government wouldn't. But now the French government is. Wilhelmina will become leader of the non-aligned party. So I think we are about to get Wilhelmina back again. Actually, yes. Formation of the collaboration government bugs the lines out. You're right, it did, didn't it? Which is annoying because now I've lost my entrenchment. Let's be careful if they take Rotterdam, which they're trying to do, that's a cut-off. Germany is definitely going for it. Trying to, anyway. 8 days of fuel left. We should probably upgrade our fuel imports. We are buying way too little from you. Well, I'm still going to buy all of it. And then some from the French Antilles. There we go. Fuel problem sorted. The Dutch even want to send me guns. Don't mind if I do. Yeah, I think I'm going to keep my industries working on military factories for the time being. Just so that we can get all of this stuff sorted. Then, once that's done, we can start turning it towards building, for example, fortifications. Where are we up to? Jebediah, Aralagos, and Poshmerk. Thank you very much for the follows. Welcome to the channel. And yeah, manpower. We knew that manpower was going to be a problem. We're working on it. It's fine. Starting to lose a few subs. We are still sinking a lot more of their convoys, which is good. Oh, we're starting to find some stuff down here too. Ooh. Oh, Greece. Greece is on their side.
Écoutez. Écoutez.
This is just asking for trouble.
On se maille. Allez, on se bouge.
Glad I noticed that. That tank is probably going to get destroyed. Alright, we held. It's fine, we held. We did what we needed to do.
Continuez
Please don't
d'avancer.
counterattack. We lost a tank unit. We'll build a new one. And... we'll wait until they're trained. Alright, good. It was like lose one tank division or lose multiple, like 6 other divisions. This is where the problems begin.
Bougez-vous.
You attack here.
Gardez vos rangs.
You attack here. Stop them reinforcing. Come on. You can do this.
Attention. Allez, on se bouge.
Yeah, they are really pushing us right now. They are determined. Now, do we want France indivisible, which gives even more compliance and some more non-core manpower, or encourage immigration? I have a feeling that France indivisible and French Union is better if you're playing as Free France, whereas encourage immigration is better if you're staying in France, because we do have a core population of 52 million. Yeah, definitely encourage immigration. Our homeland is in desperate need of workers to make up for the losses incurred in the Great War. By making it easier to settle in France, we can attract skilled immigrants that can make up for this shortfall. Speaking of spies, I should probably get cryptography, so I can actually start decrypting their ciphers. Alright, 6 more military factories. What are we short on? Infantry equipment. Very. Okay, easy choice then. I think we just do this. And also oil. So we'll buy in some more. You guys can't attack. Don't do that. I've lost 100,000 men. Germany's lost 225,000. They are not losing troops very quickly. Spain's coming for us now. Huzzah! We are starting to sink Greek shipping. Meanwhile, Moscow's all the way back here. So we've not really done much of a job of relieving the pressure on the Soviets either. I mean, that's going to be down to China, I think.
Pas de pitié.